Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. Hip Hop Mike live from the crib. Big up Station Head, always hosting the interviews. My fam at Lyrical Lemonade. I got a special guest today, all the way from the West Coast, which is where I'm going to be at tomorrow. He already told me he got the spots for the food. And you know I'm a fat boy and I got to eat.
Feel me?
Kalan for real in his bed.
You feel me? What's the deal? What's up, my guy, man?
Man, that sunshine looked like it's coming through the window beautifully, bro.
Man, it's keeping it wearing me out right now, man. It's hot as hell out here. Even though I got a jacket on, it's cold in the house, but it's hot outside.
I can't wait, man. I was literally like, we were supposed to do the interview a little earlier. Things got caught up. I went outside. I've been shoveling snow this whole time, bro.
Yeah, it's bad like that.
It's snowing in New York. What
It's
up?
like up to feet. It's up to like the feet. It's like high.
It's almost knee level. I'm not even going front. It's crazy out here.
I never been to New York like in the wintertime, like ever. I only been to New York like one time.
You're not missing out on anything, bro. I promise you that.
Yeah.
It's so crazy out here. I went to the diner earlier. I was just eating some food. I was looking out the window. It's looking like a dirty Italian ice. I just booked the ticket to LA from my phone. I was like, I'm about to go tap in out there.
Go. You know, I feel you.
What's it like? I mean, besides the heat, what's it like growing up in LA, being somebody that's into sports, into music? I feel like so many people out there are either trying to make it as athletes and artists, and you're somebody who's clearly done well as both.
Oh man, thank you. It's just it's like what you gotta do. You know, like as a kid, you feel me? You start playing sports, they like you know, like, hey, I want to go to the NFL. You know, you just gotta set your dreams big. You know, if you could dream, like LA is a grimy place. You feel me? But as long as you could dream, like it's not no limits. You just gotta be able to chase your dreams. You feel me? Like I'm fortunate. A lot of people are not fortunate enough to be able to have the support to chase their dreams. You know what I mean? So me being able just to have that type of support, and I found like I get a lot of love in my city, man. So I appreciate it a lot, you know. So you feel me? It's just keep going. It's just like a ladder, you know. I can hear them cheering me on, like keep going, bro, keep going. You feel me? So it's dope.
Nah, it's a beautiful thing, bro. I mean, one thing I gotta say, I think I could relate on too is I know you were really tight with your grandmother. I was raised by my grandmother, and I think there's something about having someone who's like an elder that's seen all the ish, that's not even necessarily like halfway through life, but really is experienced to give you like that freedom. It's like instilled in you, you know what I mean? Where you really want to make the most of your moments.
Absolutely, you cherish them. You feel me? Like I lost my grandma early, so you know, and just even like, you know, it surprised a lot of people, like just to know like when she passed away, but how much of an impact that she had on my life. You feel me? Like that's my dog, you know. So is anything she say, it ain't no question. Is you feel me? She always just told me, you feel me? Whatever I was gonna do, make sure I'll be the best at it, you know, or do my best at it. Not even be the best at it, just make sure I do my best at it, you know. So I'll just be doing what I can, man, making sure I'm trying to make it happen.
Nah, that's it, man. I mean, I lost my grandmother early also, and I think there's so much wisdom that she left me with, and then to kind of have that spirit just around you, you know what I mean, to watch you kind of navigate.
They're always with you, man. She always with me.
Thanks. So, I mean, you grew up getting into sports. I know you play football, right?
Yeah, I played football. I played football for San Diego State.
What position you was in football?
I was a DB corner.
Okay, say that. So you got a scholarship off this?
Yeah, I had a couple.
You had a couple scholarships, you said?
Yeah, I had a couple different ones, but I just ended up going to San Diego State.
Were you like into the school part of that at all, or you was just super into the sports part of it?
Nah, school was dope. Like, you feel me? Like school was it. I have fun going to school. I feel like if you could go to school, you should go to school. Fool. You're gonna have fun. Like you're gonna meet people, you're gonna get to experience new stuff. You meet people from different backgrounds, and just like, you know, niggas be like, man, I want to make me some money. Like, you feel me? You're gonna go to school, you're gonna meet other people that got the same interests as you. You feel me? That want to make money, and you never know what their background consist of, and your background consists of. Y'all get together, y'all never know what y'all can spark. You know, so.
Straight up.
Unless you're gonna be around the same people that you've been around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why they call it a trap, because you know what I mean? Like you get stuck in that one spot and you like it's like you can't leave no matter what you try to do, you just can't go. You know, it ain't nothing to do. It's nothing to take you outside of there, you feel me? So
Well,
that's extremely important.
I feel like playing a position you play, you definitely had to be able to read a lot, like, of what's going on around you. And I mean, to be in sports, I always say a lot of athletes always want to be artists. A lot of artists always want to be athletes. What got you into the music? Was that something that you picked up in school, or was that after school that you started kind of pursuing that?
Like I started taking it seriously when I when I was done with school, but really like I always been into music. Always been in like music, always like Kanye, Pharrell, like, you know, just dope stuff like that. Like I always been into the culture of music. So like me making music just was like secondhand. You know, I made beats, I played the drums before, like in my life. So like just a little different stuff in music is just what helped me. And I started engineering. And then it was just like one day I was like, man, you know what? Like I gotta do this. I'm gonna see if this worked for me. Like, and it ended up starting just doing something. So
Now I think you connecting the dots well, bro.
I appreciate it.
So, I mean, when it comes to school, though, because obviously a lot of people, they go to school, they have something else in mind. Not everybody's always like, all right, I'm going to graduate and then drop everything that I got the degree for to go pursue music. Did you have an idea of like what you were going to do? Did you have a regular job that you like was facilitating you being able to go engineer and make music and create?
I wanted to work with children with disabilities.
Okay.
But that's what I got my degree in. To work so I want to open up like, you know, foundations and centers for children with disabilities and stuff like that, just to help redevelopmental stuff and stuff like that. And also like I'm really into like trying to figure out like shelters and stuff like that for men. Like I got there's a couple things that I'm trying to get into, a little different business I want to, you know, I want to make myself a part of, that I want to represent me. So, but as far as like having a job, like, no, I ain't never really had a job. No, like it was just like, I think I tried to sell insurance for like a week. And then I was like, you know, hell no. Like, I'm not finna do this. Like, I'm finna rap. Like, finna make it. I ain't look back. Yeah.
That's a blessing, bro, to be able to pursue dreams for a living. Is like not a lot of people get the opportunity to do that. And the fact that you was really able to ball and be on that field, get the scholarship that you could focus on what you want to focus on, I think is a blessing.
Oh man, good looking. Good looking.
What do you think you owe the consciousness to, honestly? Because I mean, a lot of people would take blessings like that for granted. Like the fact that I think you have that consciousness to be like, I want to actually do things that's productive. I know you do like days for the community and for the kids, but like to open up homes for men, like a lot of kids that they get scholarships, they get to be on a football team in college. They're not thinking in that direction, let alone are they learning to engineer and produce at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is like, you feel me? You gotta wear like 1,000 hats, bro. You feel me? If you're a man, you whatever you think you should be able to do. I felt like that. So it was always like the reason why I really got into that. My mom was in social work like since I was born. Okay. So my mom did like been doing social work stuff like that, and it's just like, you know, like me growing up, I had to see like the backlash. You feel me? I get to see what was really going on. So I was never like I was as a kid, it was instilled, like, you feel me? Like, it was really like, I knew like what was happening to other kids, you know what I mean? Like in the foster system and stuff like that. So like, it was just like, it's crazy. And like, just hearing the stories, like my mom would tell me like stories about like, you feel me? This kid got to go into the system because his mom died, his dad's homeless, and they don't accept men in a shelter.
It's wild.
So now, you feel me? He can't take care of his kid. He can't get the help that he needs to take care of his kid. You feel me? And my mom got to take his kid from him. And he begging for help, you know, but because of the law, he can't get no help. So it's just like, damn, like the world already knocking you down. You going like, you feel me? It got to knock you down even more. And it's like, you feel me? Them people go bad on like my mom. I know people used to have like a bad taste about social workers and stuff like that. And they really want to help. But it's like, damn, like, you feel me? If my mom don't take his kids, she can't feed me.
Yeah. It's messed up because a lot of people,
you know.
Oh, my fault. You froze up for a second. I didn't mean to cut you up.
Oh yeah, I said, no, like, you feel me? She can't feed me if she can't work. She got to do her job too, you know.
Yeah. Nah, it's wild that the system's like kind of perpetuates itself like that, because a lot of people, you know, they don't really understand how to make the system work for them, and a lot of times it's not even built to work for them. It's like you kind of put into a situation where you got to either turn to the streets and go crazy, or you got to kind of just fall victim to this, where they're not really cultivating the same mentality that it seems like you've got, where it's like chase the dreams, pursue the passions, and, you know, just be genuine. At the end of the day, I think the genuine energy is what breeds success.
Yeah, it's economic and population control, man. That's why it's a system. That's why it's a system, bro.
I love the fact that that we doing this interview from the crib and then you got Malcolm behind you instead of doing it running around.
Malcolm on me.
Says a lot.
Yo, I got Malcolm on this arm, I think. Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro, because not for nothing, I grew up like in group homes, and a lot of people I've been able to connect with. Like my whole thing is just genuine back in style. And fortunately, bro, along the way, I got to cut like Colin Kaepernick's hair a little bit. Like I got the jersey on my wall and everything he signed for me.
Oh, that's hard. Hell yeah.
And I'll be honest, I don't know like a lot about football, but we connected kind of on a lot of genuine conversation of just the same things within these big institutions like the NFL, where it's like more conducive to like how things look as opposed to like what actual systems are in place to
upload people. It's all about perception, man. You know they're gonna always make it about perception. That's why I don't nobody, you feel me? Like it's hard for like rappers to blow up. Like, you feel me? If you don't already look like a rapper, he could be the most talented guy in the world. Yeah. But if he got to look, you feel me, nobody gonna look at him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or you know what I mean? So it's just it's how it's the game, man.
I do have a question, and feel free not to answer. And I promise I'm not a fuckboy that's going to just clip this part of the interview because I do want to talk music. But okay, I grew up, I'm a big fan of Kanye's. And with Kanye now charging so much money for the clothes, I feel like my man's lost himself a little bit. Being a fan of Kanye, growing up in Cali and kind of seeing the world that he's now submerged in, what are your thoughts on, I won't even say just him, but just artists in general that kind of fall into that? Because as you get bigger and bigger, you're going to see the jets. You're going to see the girls, you know. Like, what's your thoughts on that, and how do you personally stay grounded?
I just feel like he's just extremely passionate. He real passionate, and then I feel like he's you know those people that's just like so human.
Yeah, relentless.
He's not scared of his emotions. One, you feel me? Like he's at a point where he doesn't have to value anybody else's opinion. You know. He doesn't value anybody else's opinion. So, like, you feel me? I feel like, you know, he may be into himself, but who's not? You feel me? I'm into myself. You know, like, it's just a part of success. You know, like when you be like, I'm going to do something and then you do it.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Everything Kanye ever set out to do, he did. People told him, don't rap. That nigga start rapping and was one of the biggest rappers, you know? Just make beats. Feel me? They wasn't messing with his beats. You got to, like, listen to his story, but you feel me? Is it a lot? I feel like Kanye's just not scared of the world. He's not scared of any consequences. You know, a lot of people bite their tongue because of what they fear is the next step or the outcome of what they're going to say. He doesn't really care. It's like, the world's going to go on, you know?
Okay.
No matter what I say, you don't got to listen, you know, like, you feel me? And just people like, everybody has an opinion on everybody, bro, on whatever somebody got going on. So it's just like, that man's just living his life. Like, you feel me? It's a million other people on Twitter saying reckless stuff that he is. Way more, but nobody knows them, you know, or nobody sees that.
Well, I think it's really important too. You got to keep people around you that are gonna tell you, like, yo, bruh, get back to what's you know, to you, because that's the thing. I think this industry, sometimes it brings people to that point. And I mean, honestly, to pivot, because I watched the interview you did with my boy Gabe talking about you had a fight to get 15 records on this project that's coming. I love the fact that you stood up for that and you made that shit happen, because I think that says a lot about somebody like yourself that grows up and is able to kind of learn from people like Kanye, who know when to apply this is what the fuck we doing, and also when to put themselves and hold themselves accountable. But tell me about.
I think it's really just.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
Communication, man. My bad. It's just communication, bro. Like, I feel like it's just how you approach it. You know, I don't got to be disrespectful or like I didn't never like go in there like, hey man, I want this shit on here or I'm gonna be mad. Like, it wasn't never that. It's like, hey bro, like, you feel me? I like these, and if there's anything that I can do to make sure we get these records on there, I really want these records on here. You know, so it's like understand, but it also comes with understanding that like I don't know everything either. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
don't never everything. If you're talking, you can't learn nothing.
Well said.
You know, it's like it just takes time and other people that's professional that do their job. Like, you feel me? I work with professionals. Everybody here has a job and everybody's good at their job. You know what I mean? So why not listen to what they do to understand, or you feel me? And if somebody has an opinion about something, it's clearly for a reason. And we all working for the same goal. Everybody's working for the goal to get success. So if we all working for the same goal to be successful, I'm going to always listen to what everybody has to say. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Mm.
How much of the team is people that you kind of were doing this with before these bigger situations came in? Because I know now, like the person that set up this interview is a major fucking dude from Rock Nation. You know, like
Yeah.
people is busting these moves, but do you have some of the people that you kind of came up with around you besides other artists you collab with?
Hell yeah. Like my whole team like consists of like people I grew up with.
Fire.
Like, and then like I'm like, so I'm signed to FCE as well. So
Okay.
that's my brother's label. Those are both my brother's label, Ray and Dre. So I'm signing them. That's like not being signed. Like, it's just like we just be rocking. Like, you know, it's just regular. Like, you feel me? Like, hey, you got to put this music. Like, go to the studio, fool. Like, you feel me? And it's never felt like business. It's never ever felt like business. And you know, and it's even with being with Rock Nation now. Like with the team I have, it's just like it still doesn't feel like business. You know?
Well,
It's just
you're
they be
fortunate.
having to tell me like, hey, calm down. Like, you feel me? You know, you could just, you feel me? You could do that. If you want to do that, it's like, you don't got to wait for this and that. Like, do your thing. Like, be human. Like, go ahead. Like, I be on eggshells sometimes. They be telling me like, do your thing, man. You feel me? Like, and I be like, all right, I get it. And then also the business side of it. Like, I'm glad I have those people because I'm learning. Like, RZA teach me so much. Every conversation I take something from. You know what I mean? So it's just like I get some game every conversation. And then Earl, I've been knowing Earl forever. Like, you know, so it's just, it all came full circle, you know what I mean? And then my day-to-day, we lived like 2 floors under each other in college. Like, yeah, that was my roommate. Like, I mean, not my roommate, but that was like, we all stayed in the same dorms. So like, that's my dog though.
That's fire though, because y'all can uplift each other and just continue to like watch the swag blossom together.
Yeah, and then it's just comfortable, you feel me? Don't nobody want to be around a bunch of strangers, you feel me? Especially like at this point in your life, like everything in my life changing, coming full circle. Like I'm dealing with people changing around me, like me changing, me growing, everybody, you feel me? And it's just like I'm way more comfortable being around people I've been knowing forever, you know? Because they keep me where I need to be. Like, bro, that's not you, fool. Like, or you feel me? Or you tripping, fool? You need to go back to doing what you feel me, to that, like even when I'm like feeling less confident, you feel me, they can bring me back up. Or when I'm feeling too confident, like, hey man, tone it down, fool, you ain't did this yet, you know what I mean? So it's just like, everybody need that, you know.
It's it's essential, man. I mean, that's what I say. Even with Kanye, I think it's really important for people to just hold each other accountable, and people that you kind of come up with to watch you as you grow, they grow, and everybody can keep each other in check.
Hell yeah, I don't got nothing bad to say about Kanye, man. Kanye doing this.
I love Kanye. Yo, Kanye is by far like one of my favorite artists, like for sure top 5. And I
Hell yeah.
think the part of the reason is not even necessarily the music, because like I tell people, even with artists these days, I don't like just talking to anybody. There's been certain artists that I just didn't really like the energy, and I kind of passed on interviews. And they became big artists that I would have got a lot of clicks with, but it's just
Yeah,
like there's something about doing things that's genuine that it adds up in the long run, as opposed to
man,
just
I got
doing things for the
who, man.
clicks. What's up?
I feel like we didn't have this conversation. That is crazy, man. Like literally word for word with the I knew you was finna say genuine and all of that, bro. I promise
Now,
you. That is,
bro, literally, like I had when I was at Hot 97, it was in my bio. I made it a point that like my goal in this is to bring genuine back in style, and like I think when you just move in that way, like I didn't plan to be on radio, nothing. This just chose me by like enjoying conversations at the barbershop, you know. So
man, for
things
real.
blossom the way they should, and I think things choose you. And you know, at the end of the day, even the people that's at Rock Nation that you're dealing with, these are people that I think they approach everything the same way back to like the 90s. That it's like you got really great people in your
Absolutely.
corner that, you know, they don't just jump at anybody's corner, but I think you attract more than you might know. As not just you, just artists in general. You know, you could put positive energy out, you're gonna attract positive energy.
Man, thanks. I appreciate that for real though.
So, I mean, the interview I watched you did with my boy Gabe was 2 months ago. You was talking about this project coming out. We now 2
Yeah,
months later, the project still isn't out. When is
Yeah.
it coming? How excited are you about it? Am I gonna get to stream this like tomorrow? What's happening?
Nah, not tomorrow, but for sure, less than 30 days. You know, you got a big rollout coming and
All
all
right.
that. But less than 30 days for sure. For sure, March is coming.
I better hear it first. I'm coming to LA tomorrow, so like I
Got you.
definitely want to pull up and listen to some of the tracks because I know
Try
you
to
work hard.
get, yo, I'm gonna book studio so we can get in. You can listen to the whole album first.
Please, that'd be incredible, bro. Are you
Absolutely.
someone who's still making adjustments? Can you still make adjustments, or is the 15 that was locked in 2 months ago the ones that's still locked in right now?
I made adjustments up until like yesterday.
I love it.
Hey, like
What?
it was supposed to be in 2 weeks ago, but I maybe like hurry up. I'll be like, all right. Let me just, then I hear something like, hold on, let me do this, or let me add this song. And they be like, no. And they'll be like, all right, hold on, we gotta add this song. So like, we just been doing that for like a year.
I mean,
We've
I
been
love
doing
it.
it a year straight.
I think that's so important, like as a creative, because I mean, obviously the timelines change with the situations you're in and how many people get involved. But the fact that you don't just sit on something and just start pushing because like the seasons change, the energy in the air changes. So to be someone who's in tune enough to say, all right, I gotta tweak this, I gotta tweak that to fit with the moment, I think it's gonna go a long way when this drops, bro. And 15 records, knowing that, like again, I've heard your interviews where it's primarily you. Like you do have the features, but it's you being you. I'm
Uh-huh.
excited to see how the people receive this, man.
Yeah, man, me too, man. I hope they love it. I hope they love it.
Were you like mainly engineering this yourself? Did you produce some of the stuff on this? Can you talk about that at all?
I produced some, but I actually started getting and producing a lot more. I've been working on a lot more records. But this, I worked with my guy Cal. He engineered majority of that.
Okay.
Majority of and then my guy Narquise, he cut me some. My rest in peace, Narquise. He's a producer from Atlanta. He passed away a couple months back. He cut a lot of this stuff. That's my guy. That was my go-to guy in Atlanta. He passed away. So it's my boy though. But it's just this tape was just everything pretty much I did in the house. You know, so it was just like over quarantine and just getting back to just recording and vibing. And I'm a lot more comfortable like with myself. You feel me? As far as what I'm putting on like the music, it's just like I feel like, you feel me? Like I want you to hear it. You gotta hear it,
I
man.
can't wait to hear it, bro. You building it up crazy. Like, bro, I dead sat with some interviews and like, I like my boy Gabe. I keep bringing up my boy Gabe, but he's a kid that he was actually on the competitor station. He was at Power 105 in New York, and I
Yeah.
heard his interview with you. And I think me and him have a lot in common with just that genuine energy aspect of stuff. So I
Yeah.
heard him talking to you, and I was like, "Oh, nah, this the real deal." I was like, "This dude about to be some ish." Like, for
Oh
real.
man.
I don't get vibes like it often, bro. It's very rare that I could really sit and listen to people's interviews and get that same energy that I got honestly from like the Kendricks early on, the Travises, the Rockies, where it was just like relentlessly genuine and they was gonna do what they wanted to do, and that's it. Because a lot of people, you know, they talk.
You throw some out there, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that for real. Yeah.
So I mean, the next 30 days, are you more excited? You more nervous? Where you at right
Now
now?
I'm really just trying to work, man. I want to just work, trying to shoot videos, record more, just whatever I could do. Go do press. I'm finna go to Atlanta, do some more press. I'm just trying to be everywhere. I'm trying to get to New York soon. Come tap in, man. You feel me? So I like to work. I feel like as long as I'm working, I won't worry. You know, because just the downtime, you just thinking of what could happen, because at the end of the day, it's turned in and it's coming out. So either they're gonna like it or they not. You feel me? So we finna see.
I mean, clearly your head's in the right place though, bro. And I'm excited to watch everything blossom because it seems like you got a good team, you got a good head on your shoulders, you got good support.
Yeah,
This is gonna really take
appreciate
off,
it.
man. Well,
Hell
I
yeah.
like to work, I like to eat, so I'm excited. I'm gonna catch up with you in the next couple of days when I tap in out there. And as you move
Absolutely.
around,
Get me when you down.
yeah, it's bro, same here. You go to Atlanta, you go to New York, I got you with the food spots for sure.
Easy call. Appreciate you.
How can people keep up with you and where can they find, you know, all the music, everything?
Already, man. Y'all follow me on everything at KAL Kalan.FRFR. Kalan for real. Y'all follow everything at Kalan for real, man. Y'all tap in.
Facts. And you know what? The next time we talk, we're going to chop it up about the for real movement, because I know that's going to be a bigger and bigger thing as time goes on.
Absolutely, man. Got to do it in person next time for sure.
Facts, bro. When you come to New York, I'm going to set up the studio.
All right, bet. Let's do it.
Keep making Grandma proud, bro. Much love. I appreciate your time.
You too, bro. Appreciate you, bro, for real.
I'll see you soon.
Already.